The story of the week in St. Louis sports was Chris Pronger having his jersey retired. Nobody does a ceremony like the Blues, and nobody ever played the game like number 44. Our goal on Sports Plus is to get the movers and shakers, and tonight we sit down with the Hall of Famer, Chris Pronger. All right, you nailed the speech. The beer touch was really nice. Was that your idea?
It was, yeah. I was driving down to the arena and just kind of looking through my notes, and so I had the little beer cheers emoji, and it's like, we'll cheers the crowd with a nice Bud Light.
When you got home, I know you enjoyed the night, but was there a part of you saying, boy, I am glad this is all over?
It was tiring. I don't. That was a lot of people in town, a lot of glad handing, a lot of thank yous and whatnot. It's it's obviously very humbling, and I'm very appreciative to have the support, but it is exhausting and tiring, and nice to get back to normal day-to-day life.
Part of the speech was about the Shanahan trade. I'm wondering, have you ever had a lengthy conversation with Brendan about what this trade was like for you emotionally?
No. We talked, in 98, not, a few years after, obviously playing against him when he was in Detroit. And then in 98, when we were at the Olympics together, a few conversations, nothing too deep and dark in that regard. But I got a nice note from him after the speech. I saw he sent me a nice note, and you appreciate things like that. It was obviously a big trade for him as well. Being a popular player here in St. Louis, I'm sure it wasn't his first choice to leave either.
I'm sure your kids have seen all the video before, but when they see it up on the big screen, did they ever say to you, like, boy, Dad, you were a bad guy?
No, I just saw him. I was very competitive, still am to a certain degree, but slowly trying to back that down. And really just, I try to teach them work ethic, compete, and leave it all out there every time you're playing a sport, going to school, whatever it is, life in general. Make sure you're trying to leave it all out there.
You said during the speech that you were really going to appreciate your number up in the rafters later on, but I'm wondering, during the game, did you take a peek and think to yourself, wow, my number's up there?
Yeah, it was pretty cool because the suite we were in, it was actually in the way. We couldn't see the scoreboard. So there was a lot of ribbing going on that, can you get your jersey out of the way? We want to see the scoreboard and see how much time's left.
Do you think you'd feel differently about your career if you didn't have that Stanley Cup? Because you did everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think about it because I have it. And you don't want to be that player where we've seen a lot of great players throughout the course of their careers. Later on, as they're kind of dwindling down, chasing cups and trying to that elusive cup victory. It's as we all know, it's just not that easy to win, and it takes a lot of luck. It takes a lot of timing, right place, right time. And fortunate enough for me, got to a cup final in Edmonton, immediately got another chance at it in Anaheim and was able to get it. And then went to another one in Philly when I was there. So a few kicks at the can, and you appreciate each and every one of them.
Last thought, when people look up at number 44 who didn't see you play, what would you want somebody to say about Chris Pronger?
Highly competitive, left it all on the ice, and held himself accountable and his teammates accountable.